Hello everyone, and welcome to my channel. My name is Con, and today we're going to be looking at a great battle I had in the HMS Vanguard. I only recently bought this ship. I believe this is my 4th battle in it, but I went pretty well. So, let's take a quick look at this ship, this Tier 8 British Premium BB. We'll start with the guns. You have 8 British 15-inch guns, 381mm. The AP rounds are quite good, pretty good penetration. They have normal fuse time, not the British short tech tree fuse time, so you can Citadel BBs at medium range, but you can also overpen cruisers. So they're quite respectable as far as AP is concerned, but being 381mm, you do have some issues with overmatch. The HE rounds are also very good. Not quite the thermonuclear HE you're used to in British tech tree ships, but it is nonetheless quite serviceable. I think 35% fire chance and 6300, I believe, alpha damage, so you get good damage and a fairly good fire chance. The rate of fire is 25 seconds, so it's quite quick. You can keep those shells traveling downrange. So let's have a quick look at the battle. I'm kind of going between A and B. I don't want to commit until I can see where there are more enemies and where I'll be more usefully employed. I don't think I'm going to take a shot at that Sasha. It's quite far. I always recommend shoot DDs, but when you have a fairly good chance of hitting one, unless it's like really low. Otherwise, just shooting a DD at 17 kilometers is a waste of your BB rounds. You may as well shoot something like a BB that you'll actually hit. So let's see. Slow Yang is in A. It's a pure tier 8 matchmaking. We'll see how the ship can perform in its tier. The Z23 has gone into the cap, and he's going to do quite well over the game. Now see, there's some very good damage, because Vanguard is one of those BBs where you usually want to have HE loaded. So when a DD shot pops up, you're going to get good damage. Now, let's get back to the ship itself. Let's look at its durability. As you can see, it has 71,000, almost 72,000 HP, so that's a lot of HP. I think it's the highest of all tier 8 BBs. The ship is coated in 32mm plating, so HE fire spammers will usually have a party on your hull and upper belt, but you have a very strong heal. It's a Warspite heal, so 0.6 HP per second. It recharges faster, like a Massachusetts heal. You have 5 of these, and furthermore you have, what was the other perk? You heal 33% of Citadel damage. That was just a very tasty seller against the Bismarck, showcasing the AP. Now, as you can see, the Lo Yang has taken the cap, so I'm going to have to slowly pull out of here, but as you can see, there are 3 enemy ships here, so there's no need to go too far. This is the perfect range for Vanguard. See how I can punish the Bismarck, and he can't really effectively shoot back in return. Now, as I'm sure you've noticed, the firing angles on this ship aren't really good. You can see how much broadside I have to give to shoot to the rear. To shoot to the front, it's even worse. So Vanguard was given a 9.7 rudder shift to help mitigate the very poor firing angles. So you need to constantly flick in and out to keep your ship safe. Now, against these ships here, ships like the Bismarck and the Odin, sitting on your perfect rear fire angles is not so dangerous. Their guns don't have the penetration to really punish you, but against tier 9, tier 10 BBs, I wouldn't do that under 15 kilometers, because they can and will Citadel you. Citadel is quite high, so caution must be exercised. Now see how I'm sticking to HE, it's more consistent, so unless I get a really good broadside, the HE gets good damage and sets fires. It's consistent. Nothing worse than trying to get a big AP salvo and a DPM race and the angles, everything shatters. See, another 6k and another fire. We're going to burn this Odin down. There's not much he can really do. Even his secondaries aren't really that strong. While they have long range, Odin doesn't have that many secondary guns, nor do they have very good firing angles, so we're fairly safe. For more damage into him, I can see we have both B and C cap, 2 ships apiece, and we're just pouring on the damage. Ship's perfectly safe. Now see how he was unable to get any penetrations that bounced off the belt. So you do have time against the smaller caliber BBs to angle. I wouldn't try that against the Yamato or Musashi, though. They will rip through you like a hot knife through butter. You don't want to get close to them. Now notice I fired HE at the anchorage. He has 27mm plating. My AP will just bounce off. See, the Odin now is giving us plenty of broadside. Time to switch to AP and hope he doesn't angle. With flat broadside, 7k, we should be able to get him. 6k now. Shots fired, and down he goes. Now, as you can see, we have an anchorage, Loyang, Tallinn, all in A cap, so it's time to slowly disengage. That Bismarck was frightened, it seems. He was chased off by our accurate fire, and he's taken the long route, though he's almost full HP. I don't know if I would have done the same, but each to his own. Now that Tallinn is being careful. Tallinn, I believe, has strong upper belt and deck armor, so I'm not going to risk using AP. We can just use our HE and get more consistent damage, but he seems to have dodged. Now, another point that is attractive about this ship at the moment is the AA. Perhaps you noticed in the opening parts of the game, the Enterprise attacked us. We took down 8 planes over, I think, 2 or 3 attack runs, so it's certainly serviceable. And in this day and age, where CVs reign supreme, I suppose, you need a ship that can defend itself. Now, you're not going to shoot down plane after plane before they strike, but being able to stop a second or third strike is really important. You want to keep the damage to manageable levels and heal through it. So, as you can see, here we have overpens. Normal fuse time. If I don't get the Citadel, I will get overpens on this broadside Tallinn. Oh, and there's Cunningham's perk. 2 kills, an extra consumable. That's 6 massive heals. It's a very tough ship to kill. I highly recommend Cunningham with the ship. Now, we are 1 ship ahead, but if I read the map correctly, that Bismarck and Tirpitz are probably going to push into C, and I don't know if we have anything to really stop them. Anchorage, once again, we cannot overmatch, we need to switch to HE. Right, a tasty salvo, wow, a double fire. He healed him instantly, so he will be off repair for the next salvo. Maybe we can get some more fire on him. So as I predicted, Bismarck and Tirpitz are going to push C cap. Now see how much heal we're getting. That is a massive heal. Again, good hits and a double fire. Wow, we were really lucky with that. Now it's a perma fire as far as fire is perma for a cruiser. It's about 30 seconds without any buffs. This broadside Lenin. See, I'm not swinging out to use the rear turrets. If we do that, he's going to hit us for a lot of damage. Generally, any BB that has good penetration and flat arcs, if you swing out for your rear turrets especially, if he's in front of you, he's going to disembowel your Citadel. You really don't want to do that. So, friendly's finished off the Lenin. But we are halfway through the game, 90,000 damage, and there is still everything to fight for. The Bismarck we encountered earlier is still over half-life, and we have 2 full BBs on C. So here, I'm turning. Now, this Bismarck can shoot us in the side, but as you can see, Bismarck is not really that accurate. Its penetration is not that massive. It's unlikely it's going to get good damage at 13 kilometers away. Neither do we. Some bad RNG. So now I'm safe. You can see here at this angle, Bismarck should be unlikely to get good damage, while we can pummel him with HE or AP if he gives us a good broadside. Now, here's our AA in action. Let's see what it does. Yep, we're shooting down planes. And these are equal tier planes, not tier 6 planes. We are getting kills. Double fire on Bismarck. So the plan is I need to finish off this Bismarck. We are slightly ahead on caps. Oh, Lo Yang. Now this is a DD you would want to shoot. Hope it doesn't go dark. No, I take... Oh, what a good shot by the grab sector. I'm going to go for the greedy shot and go for the Bismarck. Lo Yang is very, very low. Hopefully friendlies can finish him. I need to keep pressure up on this high HP BB. And they finish off the Lo Yang. So you see at this angle we can get almost free damage on the Bismarck, and he cannot really damage us in apart from secondaries, and he doesn't seem to have 19-point captain to have all the perks. That was just main battery fire, no worries at this range or this angle. Here I'm aiming for the nose. He is already ablaze amidships, so there we go, there's a second fire on his nose. When battleships are very accurate, battleship like Vanguard with 2.0 Sigma, if your target is already on fire, you can slowly aim for other parts of the ship. It's 4 fire zones, 2 amidships, stern and bow. If he's running what's it called? Fire prevention, that's right. It's 1 in the middle, bow and stern. So once you've got a fire amidships, the next easiest target is the bow, so you get 2 simultaneous fires. So here come more planes. I have to switch the priority sector. Oh, and the Bismarck got our C3, but we seem to have gotten theirs in time, so that is quite dandy. All that remains is to finish off these BBs. So again, that was AP 8k, but no citadels. We return with 5k, and now I'm safely angled again. A little bit apprehensive about this Bismarck and torpedoes. I just move as much as I can. You can see how responsive the ship is to rudder shift commands. See, I dodge those shots from the torpedoes just unconsciously. And we need to finish this Bismarck. Looks like the friendlies will finish the other Bismarck just in front of us. And then I can work on the torpedoes. Let's see, looks like the other Bismarck is done for, so I'll just have to finish this one 14 kilometers away. Again, HE, at this angle it's highly unlikely to get penetrations in his superstructure. It is possible, but just far less consistent. You just want to pour the damage on. HE is HE. He can heal the same amount of penetrations, whether it's HE penetrations like these shots, or AP penetrations. Citadel is highly unlikely against the Bismarck. Some shots from the other torpedoes. Bismarck is firing at us, but once again, slowly dodge. Yep, just 1 penetration. Yeah, his dispersion is atrocious. Bismarck is an inaccurate ship. But as you can see, I'm always constantly snaking with the rudder left and right, and you see just how many shots miss us. We're at 2k. 2 million, I mean, potential damage. Let's see, Bismarck is going straight. It's a nice salvo. And I need to be a little bit mindful of the torpedoes as well. I don't want to give him full broadside. You never know, he might get lucky at Citadel me. I remember he fired. We're going to risk the turn in front of him. It's only 4 guns, even if he catches us. Let's hope for... oh, that HE. Disappointment. And 1 shell hits 3 dodges. Also believe we now have a perma-fire on the other Bismarck. He's burning down. We have a fire on this torpedoes. He is playing the secondaries build, so it would be prudent to slowly try and get out of his range. maintain our distance, because they do hurt. They penetrate almost every part of the ship. No secondaries, he can climb and he can burn us down. Unless we can burn him down first. Sword Salvo, another fire. I believe that's 2 fires on him. Plus 1 on the Bismarck. Oh, and there's Cunningham's other perk. Witherer. So we have, I think, 15 or 20% faster reload. Yep, 19 seconds reload. That is quite impressive for BB guns. I was planted broadside. Took an AP shot into his superstructure. But you can see at this angle, it's not really much better than the H. In the H, he also gets fires. So try the AP again. Again, aiming high for superstructure or upper belts. Just in case he angles. 10k salvo. That was pretty good. The Bismarck died, and you can see he's slowly burning me down. Those are strong secondaries. Damacon, and we give him 100% bow. 100% stern, I mean, to reduce the target. Let's see. Nice shots into him. Again, he's on fire. Our last heal. Went through 6 heals this game. 2.7 million so far potential damage. He's safer angles. Let's see what we can do. Alright, that's my neighbour's dog. You can hear him. Quite a large dog. Barks at the most inopportune times. And down he goes.